So here we are back with Invaders from Dimension X, the first scenario. Unlike the last time, we have a monolith active on the board from the very beginning. Monoliths cannot be destroyed. They can only be deactivated if a HQ or a special ops unit is adjacent to it. So the monoliths do have a bad effect when you have the drop pods activity, because they will increase the number of pods that will get dropped. So we're playing the first scenario, and just as a reminder, the victory conditions for this one are instant victory. Both logistics units need to be off the map. On the east side, along with one HQ unit and one combat unit. So we'll get going. It's our turn. On the first turn, 2 scout units will move onto the board. On the second, it will be an HQ and a heavy weapons, and we have a marine squad and a logistics squad, and then another marine squad and another logistics squad. So let's get going. The scouts have a movement allowance of 3, so we go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2.5, and that's all they're going to do. So now we're going to draw a chaos activation chit, and we will see what happens. And we get oops, warp jump, odd numbers. Let's check what a warp jump does. Each eligible alien unit is picked up from its current hex and placed directly into a random hex. If the landed on hex also contains marine unit, the marine unit is immediately eliminated. If the landed on hex is adjacent to marine unit, the marine unit is immediately made stunned, or if already stunned, made paralyzed. And only a maximum of 1 marine unit can be affected in this way. So let's see what we will get. Odd numbers. We have 7, 11. So it's only really the 2 of them. 7 and 11. We're going to roll blue, green and yellow for the first one. That's 2, 1, 6. So this one goes to 2, 1, 6, which is 2, 1, 6 is over here. And the next one goes to 5, 3, 1, which is somewhere 5, 2. Five, 3, 5, 3, 1 is in the middle of this black forest. So that's where this one goes. Okay, so now it's our turn. First of all, we're going to bring on board the HQ, and that's going to move its full movement allowance, and then we have the heavy weapons guy, and he's also going to move his full movement allowance. So we're going to move over here, and so. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to try a scout roll for this one. And a scout roll is a +1 if adjacent to an HQ. 3 + 1 is 4, which means we get to draw 2 activation chits. And we can choose which one to use and which one goes back in the box. Well, not in the box, but in the pot. So that was this one. So we're going to give him the draw 2 activation chits, and this one is just going to move 1 and 2. Okay, so we're going to draw 2 activation chits. And we get a reboot or drop pods. What does reboot do again? Reboot would mean that every dormant unit gets activated. We don't have any dormant units. So we're actually going to choose this because it means nothing's going to happen on our turn. So we essentially have a free turn where the aliens don't do anything. So we're going to remove this one. Going to remove these. It's our turn. First of all, we're going to bring on board our Marine squad and our logistics squad. So the logistician goes 1, 2, and the Marine squad goes 1, 1.5, 2.5. So they've moved. This scout is going to try and do recon for a 2. That didn't work. So we're going to try this again with this one for a 1. That didn't work. Our friend over here is going to move 1, 2. And our HQ is going to start and call in reinforcements. Now, for this we have to roll a 3 or higher. We roll a 4. And we're going to bring in a special ops. No, actually we're going to bring in an HQ, because if we get drop pods and this happened to me, it gets dropped on the HQ will be eliminated like any other marine unit would get eliminated, and then we can't bring in any more reinforcements, which is not good. So that's us. Recon didn't work, so we just draw a chit. And we get energy volley, 2 to 6. Energy volley does eligible alien units each conduct combat against the nearest active marine unit. If no active marine targets are available, no combat is conducted. Okay, so it's 2 to 6. We only have 1. So this would then try and attack one of the logisticians. So we'll just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are they? Because the distance doesn't make any difference. So we're going to fire on this one. 4 dice. That is 1 hit. And he is stunned. That was the heavy weapons unit. That could have been a lot worse. Okay. So now it's us. First of all, we're going to bring in our reinforcements. 1, 2, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3. We are going to try and do recon, and that worked. We rolled a 4, so get this. Then the HQ is going to move in 1.5. The Marine squad is going to move 1, 2, 3. The scout is also going to move 1, 1.5, 2, 3. The HQ is going to roll for reinforcements and is successful. We're going to bring on another HQ on the next turn. The logistics guy is going to move 1, 2. We're going to try and rally our friend over here. We managed to do this because we need a 5+. So he has rallied, which is good. Okay, which means we're all done. We get to draw 2 activation chits because our recon was successful. Warp jump, even number. We don't want to do this because we've got plenty of even numbered ones. Let's see what Alien Rush does. This would affect all within 3 from within an active Overlord. So that would be this one. And an active monolith, which would be this one, because this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, is out of range. So it would affect 2. If we were to take the warp jump, it would affect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 units. So what do they do? Okay, so they will just move to the closest eligible Marine unit and will conduct 1 attack. So we're going to put warp jump back in the cup. And we're going to conduct this. Now, these 2 are equidistant, so we're going to have to make a roll. And it's going to go to this one. This one's going to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, equidistant. 3, it's going to move here. And this one is going to move to, so this one is closest. It's going to move here. Let's do combat over here. 4 dice. That's 2 hits. We're going to be stunned. Over here. 2 hits. No, 1 hit. That's stunned as well. And now the Overlord. 1 hit. Stunned as well. Okay, that is the end of the round. Whoops. The HQ is going to come on board. 1.5. 1.5. This one is going to rally. He's got a logistician next to him, which gives him a +2. And he's also adjacent to an HQ, which is another +1. And a -1 for sitting next to an alien. So we're at a +2. For a 3, that's enough. Rallied. The Marine Squad is going to attack this Overlord for 5. And he needs a 5 or higher. Can we increase this somehow? We could, if we had an HQ next to us, which we're going to do. We're going to move this HQ 1.5 points. So we're going to get 6. And that is enough because we have 3 hits in total. So this Overlord is destroyed. And when they're destroyed, they don't go back into the cup. They're actually eliminated from the game. So that was a really successful roll over here. What do we need to do to eliminate the... Okay. To make that one dormant, we can't do that just now. So we're going to start moving again. The logistician is going to move half, 2, half, 1, 1.5, 2. Then we're going to try and rally this one for a +1. And that worked. No longer stunned. This one's going to try and rally as well. Didn't work. This Marine Squad is going to move 1, 2, 3. And the Scout is going to move as well. No, we're actually going to try and do a recon. That didn't work. So the logistician is going to make his way 1 over here, 2. And that's us. So now let's draw a chit and see what happens. Odd shutdown, odd numbers not within 3 of monolith. We don't have anyone. Yes, this one shuts down. That's all that happened. Okay. Now it's us. Let's start with this one and try and see, can we get rallied? We need a 5. No. Still stunned. Okay. Let's request reinforcements. That worked. We're going to bring in special ops. Let's move this one, so that's 1.5. Let's try and see if we can get a scouting roll with this scout. 5 + 1, yep. That was successful. This logistics guy is going to start moving 1, 2. And this one is going to try and attack this warrior right next to him. Since he's completely next to him, he gets... oh, by the way, they would have gotten 1 more combat factor earlier. That's fine. So we're just going to not do this time to even it out. That was enough. 3 hits. This one is history. We're going to try this over here as well. And that didn't work, so this one is now aggravated. And he's now at 4. We're going to move this one 1, 2. This logistics guy is also going to move 1, 1.5. And this HQ guy is also going to try and get reinforcements on the board, and he fails. Okay, so let's see what we get, because we get 2 to choose from. Alien Frenzy or Multi-Frequency Phase Nullifier. Roll 3 dice to get a random hex number. Place the multi-frequency phase nullifier marker in that hex. All marine units currently within 4 hexes of the marker or within 6 hexes of if an active monolith unit is on the map are made paralyzed. Okay. Or we get Alien Frenzy. Roll 2 dice and add them together. Activate all alien units whose ID equals the sum. Okay, we're going to go for Alien Frenzy. That's 11. That's this guy over here. So if it's dormant, if you do anything with it, it actually just becomes undormant. So we just flip it. So that was a good choice. Nothing happened. This one is now no longer dormant, but he's also quite far away, but also in the middle of a forest. So I'm not too worried about this one. Okay. That went well. Let's start with our stunned fellow. He's next to a logistics team, which means he can now try and rally for a +2. And he does. He rolled a 6, +2 is 8. It's way above what was required. Now let's bring in our special ops. He comes in and he's immediately able to attack So that's what he's going to do. He's going to use his bump gun table, and he's going to attack this guy over here, and I don't think he gets any CFs. Or does he? Let's see. Because he is next to an HQ and next to an alien, so it could be that he actually gets to roll 3 dice, but I doubt it. I'm just going to look this up. Thing that I forgot to do, when I eliminated the Overlord, I should have drawn one of these chits and removed it from the cup. It's one of the Chaos mission goals. Interdimensional portal is no longer a goal for them. It gets removed. Okay, now let's see. Okay, so we're gonna try this. We're just gonna roll 1 die, and we roll a 3, and on a 3, beamed. This guy gets beamed to a random hex. Three, 2, 2. 3. That was really terrible. He just got beamed 1 hex, and he moves here, and he destroys this guy. Well, that was really well played. Excellently done. Perfect. Okay then. Let's try the scout action. Yep. We get a dual. HQ is going to try and get an additional resource on board. Yes, we're going to get one of these ones on board. So that was this HQ. This HQ is going to start moving. 1/2, 1, 1. Moved. This logistics unit is going to start moving to try and get off the map. 1, 2. This one's going to follow suit. 1, 2. So these ones have moved. This HQ is going to move here, 1/2. So we're going to give this one 5 dice to try and kill this alien up there. 5, 4, that didn't work. And we rolled 2 1s, so this one's out of ammo. Okay. This one also moved. This logistician is going to stay where he is, and this one's just going to move 1, 2 to sit next to this alien. Okay, so everybody has moved. And now we're going to draw 2 chits, and we're going to choose which one to activate and which one to put back in the cup. We have Terror from Beyond, draw a second chit, or Alien Rush 2-6. We're going to take Alien Rush 2-6 because we don't have any of those on board. So we're going to put these away. Nothing happened this round. Brilliant. This one's going to come on board. And that's 1, 2, 3, 3.5. It's going to move here. So he's now on board. We're going to try with this scout again to get an additional, to get a recon, a successful one. That didn't work. This HQ is going to try and bring somebody on the board, and with a 6 that worked. And we're going to get special ops. Special ops, this one moved. And this HQ is going to this one's not going to do anything. This one's going to move half, 1.5, to give this one an additional bonus. So this one is now going to roll 6 dice, 2, 4, 6, and we need 3 times 5 or higher, 5 or 6. Yeah, that didn't work. Okay, but we also are not out of ammo. Nice try. This one, Logistician, is going to resupply our Marine squad. Who is then going to try and attack this one for 4, because he's next to an HQ. You need 3 times 5 or higher, and we didn't get that. What a surprise. This HQ is going to try and bring in reinforcements, and we manage, and we get a... We're going to get another special... No, we're going to get a heavy weapons guy. Okay. So, logistics is going to move off the board. 1, 1.5. Heavy weapons is going to move half. And is going to try and attack this one. So we get a -1 on our DR because we moved. Actually, he doesn't even have to move, does he? No, he doesn't. He can do it from here. He's going to use 5 dice to try and attack this guy up here. And we did it. We got 4 hits. This one is toast. He acted. This one scout is going to try and scout again. And that didn't work. But I'm not too unhappy. So let's see what we've got. We draw a chit. Warp jump, even. It's these 3. And they are going to move to they're going to move to a random hex, and then blue, green, yellow. This one first. 4, 2, 6. Over here. So let's just move them sideways that we know that this one has moved. Let's move this one. And this one's going to go to 2, 1, 3. 2. Two, 1, 4, and here we are. 2, 1, 3. Eliminates this logistician. So this one moved. And this one up here, 5, 2, 4. Down here. Okay, so we're done. We need to get 2 logistics guys over here. So first of all, these guys are going to come on board. 1, 2, 3, 4, because we want to shut down this monolith. 1, 2. So these guys have moved. This special ops is going to attack this warrior here. And he rolls a 4, which is vaporized. Good on you. This guy's gone. This HQ is just going to try and leg it off the map. 1, 2. Because we need to get one of them out. This scout is now going to try and do a recon roll. And he does. So very good. We get to draw 2. This HQ is going to bring in, or try and bring in, that didn't work. Next up, this one here. 6. We're going to bring in a logistics guy on our next turn. And this scout is actually going to use his jump pack. On a 1, it malfunctioned, random hex and stunned, of course. 1, 4, 5. It's not too bad. This Marine squad is simply going to move. 1, 2, 2.5. And this heavy weapons guy is going to move off the map. 1, 2. Okay, now we have the ability to draw 2 chits. This turn we have energy volley 8 to 12 or drop pods. If we drop pods, energy volley 8 to 12. Eligible alien units each conduct combat against the nearest active marine unit. If no active marine unit targets are available, no combat is conducted. We would be incurring 2 attacks. This one could only attack this one because looking through this, he doesn't have line of sight. He would pass through this and you can't go through lava. So this would be at -1. So he rolls 3 dice. Okay, we're going to go for the energy volley because drop pods could incur 8 of these guys, which we don't want at the moment. So this warrior goes first for 3. And he rolls 2 1s and a 3, which is not enough to hit this guy. And this one is going to attack this one for 3 as well. And that was 4 5 3. That's 1 hit, so this guy is stunned. Okay. That also wasn't too bad. So we're gonna remove everything except the stunned markers, of course. Plop. And we're now gonna start our next turn. Number 1. The logistician is going to come in and he's just going to leg it across the board. 1.5. That didn't go too far. So he's done. This guy is going to go here and just, actually he's going to go 1, 2, and that just shuts down the monolith. And he's moved. We're going to try and rally this guy. That didn't work. The HQ is going to try and bring on board some more people. That worked. We're going to bring on board a heavy weapons person. This HQ is just going to move towards the exit. 1, 2. The scout is going to try and, yeah, I should have done this before. He's going to try and do some recon, and he succeeds. This guy's going to try and rally. That didn't work. The Marine squad is going to try and go down here. Well, he's not even going to try. He can just go down there. 1. So half. 1.5. 2.5. Okay, what we're going to try and do is we're going to try a shoot and scoot. And this means we have our movement allowance, and the movement is 2. So we're going to move in here. We have a clear sight of this one. And now we roll a die. And we roll a 4. Unfortunately, we get a -1, which means this guy gets beamed. Worked so well the last time. 3, 6, 5. That's not too bad. It gets moved over here. That's good. Okay, so this one then acted. This HQ is going to try and bring somebody else on board. That didn't work. We rolled a 1. And this heavy weapons guy is adjacent to an HQ. And he's going to fire on this one. And he's got 6 dice. And a clear line of sight. And we need a 4 or higher. 3, 4 or higher. 1, 2, that didn't work. So this guy's aggravated. He now has a 4. And this Marine squad is simply going to move down here to be kind of like a buffer in case these guys start moving. 1, 2, 3. Just going to stand here. Okay, good. So everybody's moved. We get to draw two chits, or moved or acted, because this one didn't move. We tried to rally and it didn't work. We either get to draw pods, or we're going to get a multi-frequency phase and nullifier. Phase nullifier. What was that again? Follow the same procedure. No, sorry. Roll 3 dice to get a random hex number. Place the yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're not going to drop pods. Having said this, we could, and worst case, we would end up with 6. Okay, we're going to roll 3 dice. 5, 4, 2. The 5s are down here. 5, 4, 2 is actually down here. We're going to get the, are you it? All Marines. Yes, that's the phase shift depolarizer. This is the multi-frequency phase nullifier. It goes here. All Marines within 4 or 6 units hexes are paralyzed. Now, I think it depends. All Marines currently within 4 hexes of the marker are made paralyzed. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, because it would normally be 4 unless you have an active monolith, but we deactivated the monolith when we moved next to it, so that was really good. This will stay in play for 1 round, and then it goes away. Cool. Good. That was actually not too bad, not too shabby at all. Okay, next round. We're going to move. And by the way, in case you're wondering, there is no... there is no turn limit. At least not yet. Okay. This HQ is going to just move off the board. 1, 1.5. Good. This scout is going to try and do some recon, and he manages to do so. We're going to try and rally this one, and we don't. This one doesn't rally either. This guy now uses his jump pack. For a 6, safe landing. We can decide where we want to go. And we're going to go over here. This guy's going to come on board. 1. This logistics guy is going to run 1, 2, because he needs to get off the board. HQ is going to bring in... Do we have one more logistics guy? Yes, we do. He's going to try and bring in one more. Yeah. Logistics is going to come in next, because if pods drop and they drop on top of our logistician, he's out. But we need to get him off the board. Okay. This HQ is actually going to move back 1, so half movement, because we're going to try and fire on this one. We want him to have 6. That didn't work, and we're also out of ammo. I believe the bump gun can fire through any terrain or unit, so we can just basically, but it's only got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That didn't work. But we can actually move for half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's in range, but for -1. So that was a 3 for a 2 energy recoil. We are stunned. Well, it was worth a try. Just didn't work out. So we're going to try this again. 4. That didn't work. Not surprisingly, but you know, it was worth a try. And this special ops guy is going to attack this guy here. For a 3, he's now stunned because of the recoil. Okay, well, that one, this one was half and half. The nullifier, modifier, something fire goes away. We now draw two chits. Let's see what they do. The first one would be to drop pods, and the second one is also drop pods. Okay, so we're now going to roll a die. And we get 6 units. Of course we do. Okay. First one goes to 551. Oops, this one should be small. 551 is down here. 5 left to go. 536. Oh, 536 is right here. Okay. Five, 6, 3. Five, 6, 3 is over here. It's an Overlord. 3 more to go. 6, 6, 1. 664, 663, 662, 661. Two more. Oops. 644. 644 down here. And the last one. 442. 442 is right here. Okay, it's another Overlord. Okay, so now, of course, the field is a lot different. Okay, now, first of all, our logistician is going to try and get off the board ASAP. He's not moving really quickly, but, you know, that's his movement allowance. This scout did some recon and we rolled a 4, so that's good. So we're going to get to draw 2 chits. This guy is now next to a logistician and he's going to try and rally. And he does on a 3+2 because he's next to a logistician. He's now rallied. That's good. Going to try and rally this one. That didn't work. Still stunned. This one down here. Didn't rally. This one doesn't need to rally. This logistician is going to come on board and he's going to move in here. This one's going to get resupplied. This HQ is going to move here, 1, to give this guy a clear shot of this Overlord. So he's going to roll 6 dice to kill it. 2, 4, 6. And that was not enough because we rolled really well, but it's got a an armor class of 4. And now it's got a 5. Okay. It was worth a shot. Whoops. This one's going to try and rally. That didn't work. This HQ is going to move 2. And this one, for what it's worth, is going to try and fire on this one at a -1 because this alien is in a forest. We need, whoops, 3 4s or higher. And we didn't. Okay. Okay, that was worth a try. Now we're going to get to draw 2 chits. We get a drop pods again. And we're going to get bug out. Now, bug out means each alien unit located adjacent to an active marine unit is immediately removed from the map. There aren't any. But we'll still take this because I don't want any more guys to drop down from the heavens just in case they fall on top of our logistician, because we need to get him off the map. Okay, so that was the end of our turn. Of their turn, actually, the end of this turn. And we're going to just remove everything. He's going to attack this anyway, even stunned. 1. Okay. We're going to move to a random hex. 5 5 5. That's here. And we're stunned. So since we're already stunned, we're now paralyzed. This logistician is going to move 1, 2, and this scout is going to do some recon. Yes. This marine squad is going to attack this guy. For the hell of it, with 4 dice. And we didn't make it, but we also didn't run out of ammo. Worth a try. Gonna do it again. Also didn't make it, but didn't run out of ammo. Worth a try. This one's gonna try and do it anyways. 1 2 3 4 5 6, -1 for being stunned. This guy is vaporized. Take that. This HQ is going to move here to help this guy rally. 4, and a rally plus HQ, he's rallied. This HQ is going to bring on board somebody else, or try to. That didn't work. This guy is going to attack this Overlord for 6 dice. It's not going to be likely, but he can't be aggravated anymore. Or is he going to attack this guy? We're going to attack this guy. And we did it. 6 hits. 3 hits over his... This heavy weapons guy is going to attack this warrior down here for 5 dice. And we didn't make it unfortunately, so it's now aggravated. But he's now at a 5-2. That's bad, but we're not out of ammo. And this logistics guy is simply going to start running. 1, 2. And that's all we're going to do this turn. And now we're going to draw 2 chits. We're going to make a decision what we're going to do. We get an alien rush 8 to 12 or the Overlord's command. 8 to 12 would be this guy, and this guy, and this guy. So forward rush. What do they do? Alien rush. Eligible alien units will each be moved to the nearest eligible hex adjacent to the nearest active marine unit. The eligible alien units will then each conduct a combat against that adjacent marine unit, even if they did not actually move. Or the Overlord's command, which also means we would have to draw a second chit. What does that do? And all alien Overlord units, along with all alien units within 3 hexes of an active Overlord unit, will each conduct an energy volley action and increase their combat factors. No way. We're going to do an alien rush, which means these guys are going to run to the nearest and stand next to the nearest guy. So this one would move here. 1, 2, 3. So first of all, we're going to conduct this for 4. 5. And yeah, he's already, oh no, sorry, it's not eligible because it's paralyzed. So it would be this one over here. So he's going to move here, and we're just going to keep this roll. And it's 2, 3, 4, 6, and his is a 4. So we have 1 hit, so this guy is stunned. This one moved. This one would also do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. And roll 6 dice. Yes, so this one is now paralyzed. This one would move as well, and this one would move as well. So this one is going to move, and the closest one is actually also this guy, but he's also not, so it would be this guy. So we're rolling 2, and we need to get a 5 or higher, and we get 1 on this Marine squad. So he's stunned. And this one's going to rush, and he's going to run here. Oh, this one can't be because it would be walking through lava. So it would be the nearest one. Oh my god. The nearest one. Actually, you can't reach anyone. I think that's where it was. Yeah, so this one doesn't move. Okay. And because you would always touch a lava flow. So this one, so we were lucky there. This one didn't move. Okay. Good. Next round. This logistics guy's gonna run. 1, 2. Almost there. If nothing drops on his head, he will be off the board the next turn, and we can win this game. And we will win this game. So this one's going to try and do a recon, and he does. This HQ is going to move here. And we rally. This logistician is simply going to move here. This heavy weapons guy is going to attack this guy here after this HQ is moved next to him. Well, this HQ is going to move here actually. So we're going to try the Overlord for 6 dice. That didn't work, but we're also not out of ammo. But we're going to right away again. And it didn't work either, but we're also not out of ammo. The scout's simply going to move. 1, 1.5, 2.5. And this one's going to try and get unstunned. That didn't work. This one's going to try and... That didn't work. And this one's going to try as well. And that didn't work either. So everybody has tried to do something and it didn't work. So we're going to get 2 chits. The first one is Alien Rush 2 to 6. And the second one is drop pods. We're not going to drop any pods. We're going to do an Alien Rush 2 to 6, which means this guy is going to start rushing. And it's going to move to its nearest plop. And it's going to conduct an attack. And it does stun us. But that's all it does. Good. Next round. And now this one's going to leave the board. So now we have 1 HQ, 2 logistics, and 1 heavy weapons squad. And I think this means we have fulfilled our victory conditions. If the player is able to move both logistics units off of the east, and paying the movement cost along with 1 HQ and 1 combat unit, heavy weapons, special ops or marine squad, we immediately win the game. So we've just won the game. And it was about, I would say probably an hour. And it's a fantastic game. So I am going to give my thoughts on this, but I'm going to make this a separate video.